What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 3. Last time, we gathered the rest of, well, not the rest, but we gathered the returning members of Class 7, Laura, Fee, and Elliot, after they came to our rescue with Shirley and Dooley attacking the area, and unfortunately leaving the new Class 7 behind because they are just not up for this kind of mission. Which, you know, realistically, it probably just helped to have more hands on deck than not, but oh well. But in reality, yes, it is a very dangerous thing. Reen doesn't want them to get hurt. Oh, there's our monster we have to take care of. But we are on our way to Dreknor Fortress, where Elliot's father should be, and we're going to see if we can get some information from him about kind of what's going on here. But first, we're going to handle this monster, and then I guess see where it takes us from there. So let's just go ahead and run through here and deal with this monster along the way. Everyone's designs are great. Like, Fee grew her hair out, Elliot too. I mean, Laura more or less looks the same, just older, and new outfit, of course. It is nice, though, that even though each of them is taking on, you know, their next steps in life, Elliot becoming a musician, Laura perfecting her sword skills, and Fee becoming a bracer, they still, as Class 7, can come together to do what's right, essentially, for their country. Not specifically do what their country wants them to do, but do their best to lead where they live into a better place. There you go. Yeah. Sure. This is gonna be really helpful when we get some of the higher level arts later on. There we go. Same thing again. Aqua Bleedle! With Instant Cast, Elliot can become a monster with his arts. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can get an insta-kill with that. Obviously, like I said before, it has a different name now, but still deadly. There we go. And it's over. Oh, Lion Rush might be it. I can't tell at first glance. We're gonna have to use it. Alright. Alright, what we're dealing with is only a little bit more further up.
速攻で決める。行くよ。崩れた。続けていくよ。行くぞ。はっ。任せるがよい。
Let's see. Oh, that is it. Okay. Just a more advanced version. I wish you could move them where you want them to be, though, because it's obviously very disorienting to not have it at the top. Alright, yeah, we just gotta fight it normally. Ugh, this thing is gross, though. Chrono Drive. Chrono Drive. Let's speed everybody up. Oh, and movement is up too, so you can get more distance. Yeah, but Elliot definitely does not have it, unless he's gonna get it later. Here's the only downside with Cold Steel 3, is that obviously they don't keep all their S-crafts they had in the previous games. Like, Elliot just keeps his healing one. He's really the only downside I have. Like, everyone else is fine. It's like, okay, they're all damage ones. It's just, unfortunately, if you want to do damage with Elliot, you don't have an S-craft to kind of slap out. Oh, it powered up? Alright, that'll help. There we go. That damage from Laura is still very, very nice. Water still does decently. Yeah, it enhances itself. Well, so that's what that was all about. Sure. So it's just, while he's enhanced like this, it's just always gonna be instant. Okay. Let's just knock him out. He's almost dead anyway. Alright, Reen, you caught up with everybody. Alright, that was a bit of a tougher enemy than the last few.
いつでも行ける。なかなかいい釣り場みたいだ。それかかった。いい感じだな。
Not a huge fish. That fish was a little tough.
よし、ゲットだ。
Another rock eater. Alright. What's up here? Doesn't seem like much of anything. Oh, a chest.
お
Okay.
宝見っけ。
Oh! Black Record 6. We found it. Wait, what? No doubt about it, this is one of the Black Records. I should report it to Rosine right away. Well, may as well.
お疲れ様です。リーンさん、新たな司書発見ですね。
Yeah, I'll send you what I have for you to analyze.
確かに。これより解読に入ります。では、しばしお待ちください。
Understood, thanks. Alright, well, I really thought the first one was going to be... Now, obviously, they're starting with 6, simply because, obviously, 1 through 5 were in Cold Steel 2. So that's why it's not starting with, like, 1 again. Oh, wait, what the heck? All these guys respawn. Is it because of that thing I did? Like, I know we fought most of these. I'm obviously not going to fight them again. Oh, hey. I must have passed this one. Blue hair for Elliot? How does that look? Interesting, to say the least. I mean, I'm really just kind of hoping you turn around. There we go.
チャンスだね。
マイ。
That does remind me. There we go. So interestingly enough, or obviously enough, we don't have any, besides the 2 monster requests we were given, like, as Class 7, we're not, like, being handed a whole new set of stuff to slowly do throughout the day. Seems like we're really just trying to get to the bottom of whatever's going on here. And honestly, whenever they say, like, oh, you have 2 days, oh, you have 3 days, it's usually by the final day, like the end of the final day, when you've actually, like, settled everything. So there's a very good chance we settle things by the end of today, and then they're just like, oh, they spent the final day getting ready to go back. Alright, definitely want to make use of this. Sure.
バリアントハーツ。僕の番だね。よっ。甘いよ。任せて。排除する。私の番だな。
And it's over.
さて。
Phew, we managed to defeat it. Oh, huh. Dreknor Fortress. It must be enormous if we can see it from this far away. Yeah, but it won't be too long before we get there if we're on horseback. Agreed. It would feel wonderful to simply ride all the way there. But before that, Reem, there's been something I've been meaning to ask. Huh? Have you been holding back? Now that you mention it, it does seem that way. It's clear your strength and stamina have improved, but you're not using your full power. Oh yeah, so it feels like he's stopping himself from going one step further. I should have known you guys would notice. It's not that I'm not feeling well or I'm not serious about this. Yes, of course. Earlier, I thought you may have been trying to match your student's strength. But it does seem... But does it have something to do with spirit unification, perhaps? I didn't even notice, but you haven't been using it at all, have you? Channeling your ogre power to enhance your skill and abilities. Did it stop working? No, it's definitely still there. It's just, ever since the Northern War, I can't seem to control it anymore. Can't control it? That's... The Northern War. That's when General Le Guin led the annexation of Northumbria. It seemed like it was a difficult time for you, so I didn't ask about it before, but... What happened? Well... Instructor Sarah already knows about it, so maybe it's time I let you guys know too. Well, yeah, she was there. It was spring of last year, after the battles in Crossbell were finished. I had been receiving orders from the government about once a month. The final and largest order was to participate in the Northern War. It began as a dispute over the Northern Jaegers' responsibility in burning down Keldic during the Civil War. Then, after Northumbria completely rejected the Imperial government's demand for compensation, war broke out against the Northern Jaegers and a swarm of giant Archisms that came out of nowhere. Instead of the Imperial Army, the government sent a state-of-the-art Panzer Soldat division led by General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius. The official reason was to wipe out the terrorist group, the Northern Jaegers, who had taken over the entire state. As the battle intensified, Altina and I began our evacuation guidance of the capital, Haliask. We worked with Instructor Sarah and the RMP led by Major Claire to help the citizens escape the fighting. That's pretty much what the anime covers. It doesn't follow Reen's point of view, but you do see him in there. But then thousands of giant Archisms appeared and started to go on a rampage. When the evacuating citizens started to get attacked, I called Valimar without hesitation and used Spirit Unification to release my full power. I remember up until the point where I defeated the last Archism. Then I lost consciousness, but even then my ogre power kept going. According to Instructor Sarah and Altina, I was in a weakened state. When I woke up 3 days later, the whole autonomous state had been completely occupied. By then, all I could do was sit and watch as Northumbria was annexed by the Empire. Reen, Sarah told me a little, but I had no idea you had to go through something like that. My weakness aside, it was after that point that I couldn't use Spirit Unification anymore. Well, it's not that I can't use it, but it's become so powerful it's out of my control. It's impossible for me to stop it on my own. Since then, I've been trying to suppress it, and that's probably why it's affecting my sword arm. Well, that's completely understandable. It's only natural you'd hold back in that case. You were unconscious for 3 whole days? There's no way you can use that anymore. Of course not. The risks are too big. Yeah, but if the time comes, I won't hesitate. If anything were to happen to my students, for example, I'd use it in a heartbeat. But I'm going to do my best to make sure it doesn't happen. Well, don't forget we'll be by your side. We won't let you go it alone. Yeah, this time we'll be your strength. Please rely on us. That is, after all, why we've come. You guys, thank you. I couldn't ask to hear anything more encouraging. Well, we got the full story now. We're almost at the fortress now. Let's hurry. Indeed. Okay, yeah. Now, there is a little bit of a plot hole. Not in what he said, because obviously the game came first. But the events like, what you see Rin do in the anime of the Northern War doesn't line up with what he just told us. Like, it kind of does. Like, you do see him use that power, but then he goes back to normal. So the whole 3 days or whatever, unless it's just something that happened later, you know, after the anime had already ended, like, none of that we actually, like, see.
サンサロだ。ここを左みたいだね。
ラジャー。それじゃあ行こっか。
Okay. Yeah, like, you pretty much see, like, what he said about defeating the last Archism and all that stuff. Like, that stuff you do see. Like, you do see him fighting all of them. But then, afterwards, after the fighting's done, you see him go back to normal. And you actually see when the whole, like, quote-unquote war comes to an end, and he's fine. So, the anime kind of took liberties with what actually happens, and it doesn't really line up with what he just told us here. Dreknor Fortress, we're here at last. The only Imperial Army base that can match Garrelia Fortress. My father has visited here several times to give instruction in martial arts. Okay, let's head in. If my dad's here, I'm sure he'll listen to us. Yeah, we need to ask the gatekeeper to send a message for us. Well, they're not going to turn us away because Elliot's with us. Wow, it's enormous up close. It has a much more dignified appearance than I'd heard. Yep, definitely just as big as Garrelia Fortress. Hello, young voice. Excuse me, wait. Wait, that voice.
Oh, Rin ka. どうしてこんなところに?
I could say the same to you. Are you part of the fourth now? You know him?
7組の面々までいるじゃないか。久しぶりだな。俺のこと覚えてないか?
Oh, you were part of the fencing club. Alan? Hi, Alan. Warrant Officer Alan.
帝国正規軍第4機構師団所属のアラン准尉であります。
He's a warrant officer after only a year?
なんてな。
It's pretty wild to see him. Wonder what Bridget's been up to. I mean, I assume they're still together. They have a ton of soldats. How does the Empire have any opposition anymore? If the Empire was to try and invade Liberl again, like they did before in the 100 Days War, like, Liberl wouldn't stand a chance. This is amazing. Not only do you have your main tank unit here, but there's so many new Panzer soldats. Look over there. Oh, that big one is the 1V from the Imperial Liberation Front was using. The Noble Alliance's trump card. I never expected to see that here. Yeah. But all these weapons. Is that the General's son over there? Yeah, maybe he decided to stop by on his tour. I love how, like... it's just so funny. So, all of, Olaf Craig, General Craig, like, we know he gushes about his son all the time, so I'm sure every soldier in his platoon knows about it. It's like, oh yeah, he was on his music tour. Hold on, is that the Ashen Chevalier with him? Oh man, it is him. Salute. Welcome to Dreknor Fortress. Yeah, Rain and Elliot are celebrities here. Ah, man. I should have guessed they'd spot you right off the bat. People are still talking about the heroic exploits of Rain and Valimar. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have taken you through the back door. No, don't worry about it. Anyway, I knew you joined the Imperial Army, but I had no idea you'd made it into the 4th Armored Division. It's the most powerful division in the entire army. The training must be extremely tough. Yeah, by the end of the day, I'm always completely wiped out. But I don't regret it at all. I want to keep the Empire safe. It's where she lives, after all. A man's honor, is it? That's right, you and Bridget got engaged after graduation, didn't you? Wow, that's very quick. Because they started dating a little bit into the first year, so... after like a year and a half, they decided to get engaged. I mean, that's pretty quick, but... I mean, if it works, it works. What? For real? Congrats. Thanks, it was a bit sappy, but so worth it.
来たか。
Oh, hey!
お疲
Nightheart.
れ様です。ようこそ。シュバルサー、エリオット坊ちゃん。アルゼイドにクラウゼルも。
ナイトハルト教官。
どうも。
坊ちゃんはやめてくださいよ。
お久しぶりです、少佐。いえ、今は中佐でしたか。
His face model changed quite a bit.
シュバルサー以外も変わりないようで何よりだ。
Right?
いや、違うな。驚くほどに見違えたものだ。
You really just gotta think back to Cold Steel 1 when he had us do all those swimming lessons.
かつて君たちを教えた身として誇らしい限りだ。
中佐。
ありがとうございます。
閣下がお待ちだ。ここからは私が案内しよう。ご苦労だったな、ジュン。はっ。
Well, there's another Thor student. We got Alan here. He joined the Imperial Army.
閣下、彼らをお連れしました。入るがいい。
General Craig. Are we gonna get a silly hello? Elliot, my boy.
オーラフ・クレイグ将軍。相変わらずの威厳と風格だな。
ああ、大将に昇進されてからも一層活躍されてるみたい。
Yeah, but
よーく来てくれ
oh
た、
boy.
エリオット。
はい、それはいいから。
Wow, he's gotten good with dealing with that.
早速本題に入りたいんだけど、いいかな。
頼もしくなったな、我が息子よ。父は嬉しいぞ。
Nightheart.
お約束だね。
ああ、エリオットの顔しっぷりも慣れたものというか。
とにかくよくぞ来た。本来であれば招かれざる客だが、まずは歓迎させてもらおう。
父さん、ひょっとして。
我らが訪れた理由もおおよそ察せられているようですね。
無論、帝国南部の治安維持は本要塞の主要任務の一つでもある。期待には添えないだろうが、一応話を聞かせてもらおうか。
It's unfortunate if he can't help. See, it's so weird because we're being given orders by the Empire. Like Chancellor Osborne himself, who is in charge of the Imperial Army, but yet the Imperial Army isn't allowed to help us. How does that make any sense? We're already well aware of the Society's recent movements. However, there are no plans for the 4th Armored Division to take direct action at the moment. Even if it were a request from you. Dad. So it's just as Major Arundel said, all you're allowed to do is watch. But why? Yeah, I don't get it either. There's no way the Imperial Army can just let a bunch of Archisms stomp around the countryside, right? I was pondering why that's the case on the way here, actually. With the power the fortress has at its disposal, it would take less than half a day to stop the Society's advances. But the reason the army staunchly refuses to make a move... The Imperial Army, no. The Imperial government is waiting, isn't it? Waiting for the nobles to finally give up. Elliot didn't seem too surprised. So that's what it is. Though they're still hanging on, the provincial armies have been shrinking lately. And if a crisis were to happen now, the government would be able to assert the provincial armies have no merit. So they're trying to make it seem like the provincial armies aren't able to keep their regions in check. That's why they're letting the society roam free and do whatever they do, because if they... yeah. Then they would be able to discount the merits of General Le Guin and the others who dirtied their hands in the Northern War. Finally, the public would start to question the entire noble power structure. Yeah, so they want the nobles to just vanish. Dad, Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart, are you both okay with this? Well, we know. Though we fought each other in the Civil War, the provincial armies are still fellow protectors of Erebonia. Standing by doing nothing while they're in the midst of a crisis injures our pride as soldiers. However, wounded though our pride may be, we remain bound to the chain of command. His Majesty and the Imperial Government hold supreme command of the military. We cannot go against their decision and act on our own. Dad. Well, that does make sense, but I'm still not convinced. Then what of offering support via information? Surely you have an idea where the society has built its base. That's... We have our guesses, of course. However, we are not currently at liberty to divulge that information. But you can't even do that much? No. There's more to it, isn't there? Huh? What makes you say that? The Imperial Government, no. Chancellor Osborne has his own plans. However, Lord Hierarms, the current head of Sutherland, is known to be a moderate. Currently, he's organizing Imperial Provisional Council and is working with the Imperial Government through His Majesty the Emperor. I don't see how backing him into a corner benefits the government. So, there must be some other reason. A reason that would prevent both the Imperial Army and the Provincial Army from taking action against the Society. Perhaps some circumstance unique to Sutherland. Reen, I'm surprised how knowledgeable you've become. Now that you mention it, I have felt something's been off the whole time we've been in here. Not just with the General, Toval and Agate too. What? That's... It seems I've underestimated you, Ashen Chevalier. I suppose following the government's orders for a year has given you greater insight? It is true, I've seen both sides of a number of incidents. This old yet changing empire is full of contradictions and conflicts. But it's everything I learned being part of Class 7 that has expanded my view the most. So please, show us the path ahead. Not for the sake of the government's orders to the Ashen Chevalier, but so we can become the foundation of the world as Thor's Class 7. Schwarzer. We feel the same. Indeed, even if the way ahead is clouded with the doubt and hesitation of others. As a member of Class 7, as Reen's friend, and as a musician, I'll play a melody that will lift the doubt and hesitation and clear the way. Elliot. Now I think about it, it's been 2 years since I first met the rest of you. The way my dear, sweet Elliot has grown over the course of these years brings a tear to my eye. But it seems the rest of you have grown to be just as strong and dazzling in that time. I agree. Very well, I shall show you the path you seek. Neidhart, bring me a pen and paper. Yes. I'm glad Neidhart is, like, in agreement with him. Dad, thank you so much, General. No, there's no need for gratitude. Consider this my apology for being so cowardly as to allow myself to be tied down like that. I still have a long way to go compared to General Vandyck and him. General, here you are. Yes, thank you. The place the Society has most likely built their base. That place is part of a national secret that goes up to the highest levels of the Empire. Entering requires permission from the top 2 authority figures in the Southern Province. A national secret? This paper is written proof you have my permission as Olaf Craig, commander of Dreknor Fortress. Take this and visit the other authority figure in St. Ark, Marquis Yarms, overseer of the Southern Province. Alright, well, wherever we're going to need to go is very much a place that no one in the Empire wants people to know about. Meanwhile... yeah, morning practice is finally done. Man, I'm starving. Looks like everyone is getting back to their routines. Tito, we're going on ahead. Oh, that's fine. Go get something to eat.
Yo, ちょうど昼飯時か?
Agate? I feel like it's pretty much a given if you've been paying attention since the beginning of the series where this secret place is, considering where we are close to the Libero border, but I'll leave it ambiguous until they actually say it. No, Randy just got a haircut.
見りゃわかるだろう。3週間ぶりってとこか。元気にしてたか？はい、
みんなとってもよくしてくれて。でもどうしてこんなところにいるんですか？
ああ、ちょっとした野暮用ついでに様子を見に来たところでな。昨日は大変だったみたいだが、悪かったな。そばにいてやれなくて。
アガットさんそんなことないです。いつだってアガットさんはここにいてくれますから。
How sweet.
タグ。
Oh, you're... Is he a friend of yours, Kita? Well, I'm sort of like her guardian. I was in the area for work, so I stopped by to say hi. Work, huh? Guessing it was some supporting gauntlet type stuff. Oh, that means you're Fee and Reen's... Man, guess the other instructors here are just as sharp as Schwarzer. Since you're here, mind telling me what all went down yesterday? I'm a bracer from Libero. Well, obviously Randy knows Estelle and Joshua, so... Everything's connecting. That is a horrible looking burger. Like, the top bun just looks like it's super stale.
Hi, Kuruto-kun. こっちはあるね。
ああ、ありがとう。
どうも。先ほどから気になっていたのですが、あるというのは一体。
Oh.
は？ああ、そういえばなんとなく縮めちゃったっていうか。でも呼びやすいし、いいと思わない？はあ、ユーナさんまで誰かみたいなことを。
Like Milliam.
まあ、構いません。お好きに呼んでもらえれば。
そう？そんじゃあるで決まりね。せっかくだしクルト君もってあれ？どこ行くの？ってまさか。
心配いらない。ただの稽古さ。半端者だが一人で飛び出すほど愚かではないつもりだ。
クルト君、あの人にあんな風に言われたからって。
別に落ち込んじゃいないさ。
とっくに分かっているんだ。あの人が僕らを危険から遠ざけるため、あんな態度を取ったことくらい。僕らには、いや、僕には荷が勝ちすぎる。彼の判断は何も間違っていないさ。
He's still struggling to be like, am I strong enough to be a Vander type thing.
クルト君。
Like, he has this lack of self-confidence when comparing himself to his father, his brother, and his uncle.
情けなくはあるけどね。だが、この情けなさも、ある意味僕自身の不甲斐なさから来たものだ。今は噛み締めて、あるかわからないけど、次に生かすしかないな。
まったく、男の子って不器用よね。あのね、クルト君。かっこつけて物分かりが良さそうなこと言ってるみたいだけど、そんな悔しそうな顔してたら説得力ないよ。別にいいじゃない。置いてかれて悔しいってあんな風に遠ざけられて納得なんてできるわけない。私もあるだって同じだよ。
悔しいかどうかは分かりませんが、おおむね同意見です。
I think it's more she's concerned about Rain, like, overdoing it.
これでも1年近く教官の任務をサポートしてきた実績もあります。形式上生徒になったとはいえ、それを理由に外されるのは正直納得いきません。
そっか。で、やっぱりそんな関係だったんだ。まったく、あの白状教官はこんな子にここまで言わせて。
分かってるさ。そんなこと。
クルト、お前のバンダールのあり方を決めるのは他でもない。
That does.
お前自身だ。
That is something he would say, isn't it?
遊郭の獅子の魂を継いだ第二分校。あの場所ならばきっと。
だけど、だからってどうすればいい？未熟さも置いていかれた事実も何も変わりはしないのに。
クルトさん、
そんなこと動いてみなきゃわからないじゃない。納得できないことがあるならとにかく動くしかないでしょ。あがいてあがいてあがきまくって、いつか壁を乗り越えればいい。私が尊敬する人たちもいつだってそうしてきたんだから。そもそも1ヶ月程度の付き合いで足手まとい呼ばわりとか失礼な話でしょ。
Okay, but here's the thing. She's trying to say that, like, you know, overcoming struggles like this is like the people she admires. But Lloyd isn't gonna, like, break the rules to do what he needs to do. Like, obviously, in Azure, it was a different story because the you know, police was being helmed by a bad person. But this is a different case where it's like, it's not like Reen is an evil person and they have to, like, overcome him.
思い知らせてやろうじゃない。そっちの目が曇ってたんだって。
Oh boy.
私たちも協力するからね、ある。
断る理由はありません。7組のサポートが現状任務ですし。
本当に前向きというか、どこまでもまっすぐだな君。そこまで言うからには何かいいアイデアでもあるのかい？この件を解決しようとしている教官たちに追いつくための。
まあそれはそのあるような。
What are you, Estelle?
まさか何の案もなしにあそこまでの発言を。逆にちょっと感心しました。
うるさいわね。これからみんなで考えればいいでしょ。
そうだな。簡単にはいかないだろうが。
よかった。元気を取り戻されたみたいで。
9組主計かの。
ミュゼだっけ。何か用かな。
ちょっとだけお耳に入れたいことがあるんです。もしかすると皆さんのお役に立てる情報かもしれなくって。
Oh boy。
それは
どういう意味だい？何やら面白い話をしてるみてえだな。その話俺にも聞かせろや。
あんたは
アッシュカーバイド。どうして君まで。
わかりました。では内緒話と参りましょうか。実はこの周辺の地図で気になる場所を見つけまして。
Oh boy. Alright guys, take care. I look forward to seeing you all again sometime. Thanks, Alan. See you around. A place kept as a national secret. Somewhere that cannot be entered without permission from both the commander of the Imperial Army and the head of the province. Seems like it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, both my dad and the lieutenant colonel sure had serious expressions. I think I've got an idea where it is. The place south of Parm where Laura met up with us yesterday. We didn't investigate any further then. Yes, I also find it suspicious. Either way, we must seek permission from Lord Hierms first. Then let's head back to St. Ark. Thanks for carting us around, you two. No trouble at all, just leave it to us. Alright, let's get going. Well, maybe we should be thanking the horses for driving us around all day. Alright, before we end things off, let's just look at any more info we got. There's Alan. We've met quite a few of our, students. Well, fellow students, rather. Reen. Alright, so, next time we're going to head back to St. Ark to get permission to explore that gated off area by Lord Hierms, Patrick's father, and then I guess we'll just head on over. So, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.